Welcome back everybody to another episode of War Thunder. Today we are flying out the Ta-152H. I believe this is the H-1. Yeah, I can't remember already and I just flew this plane. Alright, anyway. So, today's map is a map you hardly ever see, or well, I hardly ever see because I don't really fly Germany all that much. This map is Kursk. Not the ground forces Kursk, otherwise, I would have started off in a tank. No, this is an interesting map. You normally when I fly Germany, I either get Ruhr, which is against, allies, or Kuban. Not alt history Krims. I know maps are getting all whacked out and everything. But no, I get normal Kuban sometimes. But this map came up, so it's Kursk. I've never actually gotten this map in like an IL-2 or an ME-410 or, anything, so I don't really know how the ground forces play out in this. I just know I must kill all the Russians. Anyway, so the Ta-152H, it was originally designed, well actually the C as well, it was originally designed to be a high-altitude fighter, as noted by the long wings and the long nose, kind of like a Focke-Wulf 190D. In fact, both were made by the same person, Kurt Tank. As such, this is the Ta, this tank, and because it's his design, for him, under his own company or something like that. I don't know too much about that. Anyway, this plane has two 20mm cannons in the wing roots, as you can kind of barely just see right there before I zoomed in. It's shooting through the propeller, so it's kind of slow rate of fire. But you also have one 30mm Mark 108, I want to say, motor Kanonen, which is, motor Kanonen. It's firing through the propeller hub. And being a high-altitude fighter, I originally tried to get to altitude, and I'm only at 4.7 kilometers before we actually see the first Russian planes here. We got a Yak-3, two I-185s? No, two Yak-3s. An LA-7, which gets shot down here, actually, real quick. And the two I-185s is correct. It's just that he hasn't shown up yet. He's a little bit on. So I'm originally trying to help out my ally here in his Ta-152 because I think he's going to dive on one of those guys, and so I'm like, oh, well, I might as well get closer to him. Now, he doesn't actually do that, but as you saw the LA-7 to our left when we were looking earlier, he's gone now because that man there, as we'll see later, has actually shot him down. Now, he's also going for that Yak-3, and it's just, and he's going for that I-185, so I'm kind of like, which way should I go? So I'm gonna go this way, provide top cover for him because, I don't know, he's my auto squatty. And then we spot this other I-185. Now, I'm higher than him. I have more speed. I'm around 300 miles an hour, or I think I have more speed anyway. Now, I-185s, being Russian, they have three 20mm cannons in their nose area, so you definitely don't want to go head-on with them, even if you were in, like, an ME-410, B6R3, even though you got all that cannon. Now, I think he's coming up to me, and actually, if you look there, he is, so I'm going to pull a hammerhead here, which is kind of difficult, because it requires you to pull up sharply, and the Ta's wings you can't. Now, another thing with the Ta is turning. Turning is not that good, as you will see. Its wings just, buckle. They don't really buckle, but they definitely make it harder to hit those shots. So, like, here, I was going to go for him originally, but see, we've got too much rudder slip and whatever. So I'm like, hey, I'll go for this guy. The original I-185 that we were going to hit with the hammerhead, he dives under, miss our shot. Now I'm surprised that this pussy Puss guy, whatever his name is. I thought he was going to continue up for me, but no, he's too target focused on that Ta-152H down there. So we just start our descent into hell, get mixed in, and save this Ta-152 here. Boom, just wing taken off, and as you can see from earlier and now, it's 1.67 assault. So we got engine flames, we got full wings snapping off, and we continue, we see another guy, we just take his wing off too, and that's 2 kills, 30 seconds, probably less, maybe 20, and uh-oh, here comes the montage. Yeah, so here we go, we're diving down, gotta save that Ta-152 over there. We're diving, and we nail him with a relatively short burst of 20 and 30mm cannon fire. And we continue diving down. We see this Yak 3. We're like, yeah, we can hit this Yak 3. I mean, you know, we've already lost all our altitude, so let's keep going. And we snap both his wings off. He thinks, I'm not even sure if he saw us there. But hey, he's dead now. He's actually, oh boy. To hell you go, Russian plane. So we've taken out 2, and now looking at the scoreboard, we've got 5 left, 4 left, versus 3. You know, typical. For my teams and for fighting Russia, you know. Anyway, I was gonna say I was gonna go after that year, but then this Yak 3 appeared, and I was like, oh god, he's right at my altitude, I better climb, better web, you know, gotta do all these things, just to get up to him. And he actually ignores me. You see, he gets this close. He could have easily pulled up and, you know, head on me because the way I was flying was, you know. But no, he actually goes for this lower Ta-152, the one that we saved earlier from that I-185. Now, he's too target focused on that guy. And so he makes a mistake and goes right underneath us. We didn't actually take his wing off there, but we did set him on fire, and shortly after, he burns to death. And it's montaging time again. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, so that was actually a quick little burst. He fires his cannons in frustration. It's kind of cute. I don't know what hell came off that part. Maybe an elevator or maybe an aileron or something. I don't really know. But anyway, so that's 3 kills. 3 kills in the Ta-152H, and we still have 40 30mm rounds left, as well as, you know, 230 20mm rounds. Now, we're taking quite a pounding from all this flak, and I'm like, oh, well, you're too. You know, he's close to our airfield, because our airfield's a little bit to the right off screen, yeah, as you kind of saw when I turned the camera. Now I'm just sitting here admiring these exhaust flames, because they did say it depends on your fuel mixture and your throttle and everything, the flames do change color and do change in intensity and stuff. I'm like, oh, well, let's look at that. And it does look pretty freaking neat. So, you know, I was gonna go back to base, but now that this year 2's here, might as well go for him. So I'm trying to cut him off here, and he actually turns just a little bit to the right, you know, just to kind of get a bit of distance. But I'm like, no, you're not getting away from me today like that. So I pull positive, negative G's actually. Weightless in the cockpit, set him on fire, you know, another short burst. Yeah, we started out with 40, now we're down to 16. There's our 4th kill of this game. Oh man, the Ta-152H. If you know how to use its guns, they're great. And it's time to watch the year 2 burn. So that was a quick little burst. I did give it that extra spurt there at the end, just because I thought I missed, but no, I set him on fire. And he's trying, man. He's flying low, he's trying. His bomb bay is actually open, which is really weird. and he just gets coated. And he just crashes right there into the hillside, right next to a line of trees. Oh well. Now, we killed him. We got 4 people. We're kind of the last one alive. And we kind of need some ammo. Now, one guy did crash, so now it's 1 versus 3. Or it was 1 versus 4 originally, now it's 1 versus 3. But as we take a look back at the list here, he actually disappears just as we close it. Yep, and so we have to bring it back up and confirm that there are indeed 2 guys left alive. Now, I'm not the best at landing the Ta-152H, and actually when I was recording as you could, recording this game, I actually hit the tail really hard. But for some reason, that just didn't show up in the replay, so it actually kind of looked a little bit graceful. Anyway, we've repaired, we've rearmed, we've refueled, everything. So I'm climbing back up to altitude, a little bit over our base, as you can see in the compass in the upper right. I am kind of keeping, AA on my side. And yes, the enemy is indeed winning. I can't do much though, I really can't. So I'm trying to climb back to altitude, maybe because they're Yak 3s, and they're gonna try to spawn camp me. They're low, fast, trying to get to my airfield. So I turn at 3 kilometers and like, yeah, this will be fine. Everything will be fine. I'm looking around just to see if I see any dots, maybe some AAs shooting. But I don't see anything, so we're just going to pour on coal, make sure we get up higher, 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 and then, whatever happens from there. You're right. So as we're climbing, it was a little bit later, as we're climbing up, we almost hit 4 kilometers here. No, yeah, 4 kilometers right there. And we see one guy, he activates a blind hunt, and I see the other Yak. I'm like, oh boy, okay, well that top guy is about our level. So I turn back, I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna go back to airfield, I'm gonna play it like a just total passive mode engaged. No, that's a lie. I wanted to do something, but I couldn't figure out what to do. There are 2 Yak 3s, one of them is actually kind of slightly diving just to get speed, and he's coming after us. I hate Yaks, especially Yak 3P. What is it, 5.0? Yeah, and it can just take on 5.7. It can take on 6.0s if it really wanted to. But hey, apparently it's comparable to the P51D. Actually, it's slightly better, I guess. Okay, well, it's definitely better, but P51D5 is at 4.3, 4.7, and this is at 5.0, so it's a higher battle rating, but whatever. So he's catching up to me. I'm like looking back, I'm looking forward, I'm trying to be like, gotta go fast, he's getting on me. And he actually gets, I think this is the closest he ever gets, 0.66 kilometers. And he's trying to fire over me. We're under 3 kilometers now, so he is definitely going to have a speed advantage because a lot of Russian engines operate very well under 10,000 feet. We're over our airfield, and I'm like, well, I'm going to eventually run into the border, so I'm just going to give up here. Maybe because I'm over my airfield, maybe flak will do something. Nope, flak never does anything for you. It only works for the enemy team. Now, I was kind of hoping to hit him there, but as I said from earlier, the Ta-152's wings just make it really difficult to turn. Yak 3s, on the other hand, gods at turning. They work, not the Yak 3P itself, but the Yak, I think 9 and later, were called the Spitfire of the East. And so, trying to outrun them in a high altitude plane at low altitude with wings the size of a frickin' football field, it's just not gonna work. Now, if we really try to get him here, or try to turn, but as you saw, he ultimately hits our wing, knocks it clean off, and that's the end of the Ta-152H. Well, it was an attempt, but yeah, it's just not gonna happen. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, where maybe I might actually be able to fly an American plane without dying near it off the bat. So take care. See you guys in the next one. Have a good one, and peace.